everyone. Welcome to this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show presents the TNA Ring Report. I'm your host, as always, Kendra Dix here. Glad you can join us here for the TNA Ring Report. Let's get you down to the matches and the rundowns of what's going to happen. You see right here, there's going to be a tag team match, a huge main event, a huge 8-man tag team match. The tag team champions, the Hardy Boys, teams up with the Righteous to take on the team of the System. The System been dominant as lately, getting ahead of Moose and trying to outnumber him. We'll get to it coming up here on the Pro Wrestling Show. Also, too, we talk about this. Mickie James and Ash by Elegance. These two had their run-ins back in the day in WWE. Now, these two want to sell it off face-to-face. We'll see what Mickie James and Ash by Elegance got to say coming up. Speaking of more women's action, Jada Stone looking to give retribution over what Mustafa Ali did a couple of weeks ago, attacking her, but she gets her retribution against the woman she went against that mixed tag team match, Tasha Steele. We'll see that match coming up as well. Also, too, AJ Francis take on Mance Warner. Mance Warner feels a new look, a new attitude, and Mance Warner wants to take it out on somebody. He gets to take out his frustrations on AJ Francis coming up. As well as this, Donna Luca, can she get herself in title contention against Lee? We'll see coming up here. But we kick our main event. Our first match of the night will be the TNA World Champion Mike Santana teaming up with the X Division Champion Leon Slater to take on Nick Nemeth and Ryan Nemeth. Let's get that match right now in progress. Well, we saw right here Mike Santana. Mike Santana coming in hot and heavy. I'll tell you that right now. Santana, one thing about Mike Santana, he's the TNA champion for a reason. He's going to be a fighting champion. But Mike Santana didn't have the odds against him nor Leon Slater. As they lost to the Nemeth brothers. The Nemeth brothers getting the win, getting the upset over Mike Santana. Mike Santana may have to readjust of what's going on with him because that match right there could have went either way. Santana had done some more, but like I said, it's that coming into fruition, and that Mike Santana might have to realize what he has to do coming forward. You're gonna have to watch yourself with Nick Nemeth. Nick Nemeth proving to be a credible threat to Santana's TNA championship. One thing I can tell about Santana is about watch himself when it comes to Nick Nemeth. Santana's gonna really be coming up short, I guess. But speaking of that, Moose encouraging Alisha Edwards. Alisha Edwards was deciding didn't want to sign with TNA again, but she was there with the TNA president Carlos Silva and TNA head of creative Tommy Dreamer till Moose persuaded her to renegotiate and sign her contract. She did. She signed her contract, and she's staying on. But I feel like something's gonna go down. Like she's gonna eventually turn on Moose. I don't know why Moose would even fall for stuff like that. And Moose, who knows? Moose gonna get his heart broken by you know who. But you can tell Eddie Edwards is gonna be playing it. Maybe they want to flip the script. We never know. But I don't see this one lasting. You know what I mean? But I can tell she's done some devious things on her career. So, hey, see. Speaking of that, AJ Francis was in action. AJ was in action against Mance Warner, who was with his wife. Lance Warner got the victory over AJ Francis. Mance Warner getting more victories than one. Mance Warner doing what he has to do. Well, we get to the highlight confrontation right here between Ash by Elegance and Mickie James. Mickie James looking to prove that she is nothing to be messed with that. I can tell you that Ash by Elegance continues on trying to stroke the fire and stuff. Ash by Elegance came out there with her crew and her entourage, whatever you want to call it. So Mickie James told her that, hey, you need to do this on your own. You don't need them to help you win matches and stuff. I think it was just a back and forth ordeal. You can tell right there, the back and forth ordeal played that way. As you can see and you can sense, Mickie James wasn't playing for them mess. But Dash by Elegance did a cheap shot of Mickey James by playing her with her own DDT. Mickey James did not see that DDT coming into fruition. I wish Mickey James would have heed to Ash by Elegance and been more prepared on what was going to go down, but she wasn't. But she took that nasty hit. So, hey, we saw how that went down for Mickey James. They're going to let that be her defining moment. I can tell you that right now. Also, too, Don Luna was in action against the TNA Women's Knockout Champion, Lei Lee. What a match that was, because Don Luna pinned Lei Lee to get the victory. Maybe Lei Lee, they need some more challengers. Well, I guess with the former women's champion, I think Santino's daughter is the women's champion. Santino's daughter is playing dividends onto everything that she's been going through. I can tell you that right now. Santino's but this lady won. Maybe she's next in line for a shot at the TNA Knockouts Championship. Never know. We'll see how this gonna play around. But she won tonight her match. So that went to the Mexicans. Well, Steve Macklin, I always got his name, but I got his name tonight. Steve Macklin went and attacked his friend, the announcer Tom Phillips. You call him some Tom Hamilton now, but he's Tom Phillips to me. But Tom Phillips got attacked by Steve Macklin after his friendship. Tom Phillips tried to get him to be accountable for his actions against Santana. Steve Macklin didn't want to take accountability. So Steve Macklin decided to attack Tom Phillips and gave him a cheap shot and attacked the crowd, attacked his tag team broadcast partner as well. Aiden English left him out laying too. So I mean, Steve Macklin has wit out of control. He's going ballistic. Steve Macklin better watch himself because he's going to really rule the day. What he did, but you tell Mike Santana's going to get that butt whooping sooner rather than later. I wish Santana would. I'm rooting for Santana to do what he got to do. To Steve Macklin. Macklin with that despicable act on his friend. Also, too, well, this is more highlights of the match with Max Warner and what's his name? How that went down tonight as well. As well as this right here, our main event. I want to show you the main event right quick. The main event was a huge 8-man tag as the Righteous with the tag team champions, the Hardy Boys, the legendary tag team champions, the Hardy Boys, taking on the System, Edwards, Bear, Cedric Alexander, and Brian Myers. A huge 8-man tag team match was nothing but impressive. More, but the match was ending right here. You see right here, the System never fails. The System win over the tag team champions and the Righteous. And then tag team champions and the Righteous going to have to really feel that the Vincent tried to stay loyal to the one of the Hardy Boys that took the pinfall. We'll see. Maybe the Hardy Boys didn't trust Vincent, but now kind of know now on what's going down and what's going on. How all this is going to play out down the road. So we'll see how that's going to be coming up right here. So we see how they're going to go as well. So we see their mission, their point tonight, do what they need to do to win, and they did so decisively tonight as well.
It's the thumbnail that you see right here, righteousness. So tonight, Primrose of doing what they need to do. So outsmart, outnumbered. All right. That ends the TNA ring report. Let's let's go to the superstar. A superstar of the week. Who is the superstar of the week? Man, it was a standout move. I don't know what. Superstar of the week. Oh. Sorry, folks. But the superstar of the week was none other than Ash by Elegance. She had attacked Mickey James, left Mickey James out. So Mickey James really took a beating by Ash by Elegance. Hopefully Mickey James will recover from her attack from Ash by Elegance. What Ash did tonight, leaving Mickey James the way she did. Ash by Elegance is tonight's superstar of the night. So, yeah. Well, that's going to do it here on the Pro Wrestling Show. We're going to leave you with the system. Attacking number as they did in everybody else that was in the fray as well. We'll see you tomorrow for the SmackDown Ring Report here on the Pro Wrestling Show. We'll see you later.